So I was gonna stop and shoot some video, but Lucy is getting really skittish and really jumpy. I think she may be cold. She's spoiled. She's used to just sitting in the house all day and hanging out and keeping warm. So when I brought her out here, she's probably like, "Where's my jacket?" So she's like not wanting to stop. She just wants to keep moving, which is cool, but you can really hear that wind coursing through the leaves and branches of the pines. It's just a beautiful sound. The birds are chirping. It's really something special to be out here. The feeling that it stirs in me, I can't describe. It's to be here on this trail with my lovely Lucy. She's 15 years old, by the way. But yeah, so to be out here with her, it really just stirs up some emotions, some memories, some feelings, you know? You really get a good sense of your past feelings being in places that you hold dear to your heart. And this is definitely one of them. The Pinelands Nature Trail in the Cape Henlopen State Park, Fort Miles. It's where we parked Lucy. And now we're walking the trail back to the car. And we're taking the same trail that, you know, I've walked with Trevor and Marie, Patricia, and my mother, my sisters and stuff. We've all been on this trail together. I can remember these curves and these turns, which, you know, walking in between these trees and that bunker over there, that fortification. If you see the little hill, these are actually bunkers, not just hills. They're where man has dug out or dug in, so to speak, to fortify himself against enemy attacks for whatever reason, to stockpile coal or just to have a place to fight from. We're not really sure. But this is one of those places, if you see all these hills where there's just different changes in the topography. And I can remember, if it serves me correct, Lucy, we're going to go off the trail for a minute. When I was younger, and Trevor and I, my good friend Trevor, were here. Once we get to the top of this hill, we'll be able to see sandbags. Now, they were, yes, there they are. No, you can't see them. I don't know. There they are. The old sandbags. It's like a fortification. This is just a big, I imagine they probably had a gun here. This is like a big bowl shape. Right here, just a big bowl shape with a little fortification at the bottom. They probably had a large gun in the middle so they could shoot on the enemy. This brings back so many memories. So many beautiful memories. Being here in the Pinelands. I mean, the camera doesn't do any justice, especially the shaky camera that, you know, my shaky hands. But it's just the trees, the Pinelands. They go on forever. And they make music with the wind blowing through them. And this time of year, there's nobody out here. So we have the entire forest to ourselves. You can see off in the distance the white sands. And I guess technically underneath of us right now, it's all sandy. Maybe some dirty sand because, you know, all of the biodegradable material breaking down over the years. But for the most part, this is all beautiful white sand pinelands. And the deer really love it out here. There's some cool rub marks on the trees and stuff. And the hunters aren't allowed to hunt here. Thank goodness, nothing against you hunters, but there's some beautiful deer here that find refuge. Like the albino deer that you can see every year comes back. You know, I guess when they do their mating business around this time of year, the albino deer comes back. She's a doe, which means she's a female. And so yeah, there's no hunting here. It's just a little beautiful little sanctuary for man and beast alike. Lucy, you look really nervous, baby. Don't worry, we're still on the trail. You can see they've put up markers now. Fort Miles Trailhead. There's the little bridge. I can remember, I don't know, I want to say about 15 or 20 years ago when I walked this trail, there was no bridge here. And slowly over the past 2 decades, they've been modernizing this park and just making it an amazing place to visit for tourists. And I can remember when this bridge was brand new. I mean, like the day after they were done building, there was still sawdust and little bits of wood right here on this location. And I can remember walking across it. And we used to have to walk across this little marshy land right here, which was beautiful, but they've modernized the park so everyone can enjoy it. You know, you don't have to get your feet wet in the stinky swamp. But just look at this. I can remember running down this hill, jogging to get an exercise, you know, to get in shape for exercise when I was in high school. Running all the way back through the woods to get to the top of the bunker, and then running back this way towards Fort Miles. I can't wait to take these walks with my family. Michael, Dominic, Annabelle. I mean, just look at the sheer beauty of this location. It's amazing. And then we come up on an old bunk where the soldiers would sleep. That's what that little structure is there. Yeah. Old military barracks there. A little bunkhouse where you would sleep at. So this location to our left, the reason these bunkhouses are here is this was called Fort Miles. It still is. But there were some big gun fortifications here. And when I say big, I mean big, like 16-inch barrel diameter. You know, 500, 600 pound shells, I think. They're pretty massive. And they, like I said, they had these towers. These towers right here would triangulate the position of the enemy ships. And they had some big gun installations over here. You can't see they're being blocked by the barracks. But there are some bunkers over there off in the distance that have some big guns on top of them, which they actually still shoot off to this day. I think in the month of April. You can see some of the smaller guns. Like, these were not the locations of the original guns, but they just have stuff set up for tourists and stuff like that. So, but they did actually have some really big guns over here, and they still shoot them off. I think in April they do. Yeah, see, the ticks love this tall grass. Pinelands Nature Trail. It smells like someone is smoking cigarettes. Yuck. It's a beautiful place, y'all. Just drive on tirelessly. Come on, Lucy.